Storytelling by Rinko Chan. Tell historical story about Chinese dramas and Japanese anime. To support our channel, don't forget to click like and subscribe.
Welcome to Rinko Storyteller episode Dark Dairy. Many people may have heard saying born alone and die alone from the first day of birth until the last day. We humans must face loneliness all the time, but not with some Chinese people who believe that when you die you must have a partner accompany you. Today we will talking about the Chinese marriage ceremony, but not the any ordinary marriage. People believe misfortune will be brought upon them if the dead's wishes have not been fulfilled. Let's go back to 3,000 years ago, ancient times of Chinese Shang dynasty. The marriage is a very important matter in Chinese culture. In ancient times, Chinese peoples believe that if one is born and dies without marriage, the afterlife will lead to an unhappy hereafter. When the souls of the deceased are not in peace, their family will face misfortunes and difficulty in life. That is when a wedding ritual called Minghun or PeiGu, known as the ghost marriage, hosting a ghost wedding is a means to pacify the dead. Say it ensures the unmarried dead are not alone in the afterlife. This ritual is mutating in certain parts of China and still remains in everyday life. We can see this ritual in many films such as The Ghost Bride, Marry My Dead Body, or The Maid, and there are many films inspired by this tradition. The ghost marriage is a tradition to hold a wedding for a woman or man who has passed away without get a chance to marriage. The ritual were similar to both a wedding and a funeral. This conducted by the living to wed two single deceased people. Factors like age and family background are as essential as they are in more traditional weddings, so families hire feng shui masters to work as a matchmaker. The bride's family can demand a bride price, and there is even a dowry, which includes jewelry, servants, and a mansion. All those are in the form of paper tributes. In Taiwan, if an unmarried woman passes away, her family may place red packets with cash, paper money, a lock of hair, a fingernail out in the open, and wait for a man to pick them up. The first man to pick up the packets is chosen as the groom, and it is believed to be bad luck if he refuses to marry the ghost bride. The families of the deceased on both sides will bring their bodies to the marriage ceremony that are actually performed in the same way regular Chinese marriages are usually performed. In some part of China, the bamboo effigies or the paper dolls are used to represent the deceased persons. At the end of ritual, they'll buried or cremation them together as an act of first night of the wedding. The ghost wedding serves as a form of emotional compensation for the deceased, as finding a dead bride or dead groom, something they can do for a children who died young while working to support the family. The gender ratio in China at that time was markedly different. According to the 2014 census, there were approximately 115.9 boys born for every 100 girls. This is where the dark side starts. The police were alarmingly reports of grave robbery and even murder have also surfaced. The imbalance of the gender ratios created a ritual involved the living person being married to a corpse in a secret ritual. In 2015, it was reported that 14 female corpses were stolen in one village. The villagers said tomb raiders stole the bodies to make money. The police found out that there's a selling and buying corpse between 2008 and 2010. The price of a corpse or the bones of a young woman has risen sharply. The bone would fetch around 30,000 to 50,000 yuan or $4,500 to $7,500, and the price could be up to 100,000 yuan or higher. The sale of corpses was made outlawed in 2006, and this ancient ritual was strictly banned in China. Even so, there's some people who hold this belief, and this ancient ritual still exists in among the Chinese communities in Southeast Asia. That's Rinko Chan and the Dark Dairy. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.